Hey guys, welcome back to the Rob Pop YouTube channel, your #1 pit stop for all things Eurovision this year, and we are about to be fed as I take a bite into one of the favourites of this year's contest. It's Croatia. That's right, today I'm about to jump on board the hype train, or maybe not, depending on how I react, as I, for the first time, react to Croatia's entry for Eurovision 2024. They're being represented by Baby Lasagne, and the song is called Rim Tim Tagi Dim. Now, as much as I avoid everything, I haven't heard a single second of this song. I would have to be living under a rock to not have noticed the catapulting hype that has been surrounding this song in the last few days. I mean, last few weeks, Croatia have been kind of high in the odds for the last few weeks based off this song. We didn't know if it would get selected. Rest assured it did, and by an absolute landslide. It wasn't even close, there was no competition. Croatia are throwing all their weight behind this song, and it's about time that I finally make sure the wait is over and I can hear this song at last. But before we do begin this reaction, I'd love to ask if you could subscribe to this channel. I'm on a mission to hit 500 subscribers before all of these songs are out. I'm getting there nicely, and I've just absolutely adored this whole Eurovision journey. Having more people comment down below, inform me about songs' meanings. Honestly, I've loved it so much. So if you want to join me on a campole ride through Eurovision 2024, I've got plenty more songs to react to, so hit subscribe. But I've waited long enough to hear this, so it's time to find out whether Rim Tim Tagi Dim is a lasagna or a lasagna. That worked better in my brain. Let's shut up. This is Baby Lasagne, Croatia 2024. Let's react. Okay, we're straight out the gates. No foreplay. Straight into intercourse. Loving this outfit. Pirate chic. This is like Pirates of the Caribbean on crack. This is crazy from second zero, but not ridiculous. It's mad because all of the verses feel so catchy that now we've got to the chorus and I'm like, the whole thing's so catchy. Really enjoying this. It's got a kind of like Viking feel about it. Is that just me? I do get this feeling he looks a little bit nervous, but I've heard it's one of his first times on stage, so I think he can work on that between now and then. He's a really likeable performer anyway, that's for sure. You can't not have this hook in your head. This is wild. I keep thinking I've got this song sussed out and then I don't. This is fun. This is like a blend of so many genres, but weirdly in a way that doesn't feel disjointed. It all does make sense as a whole song. Keeps me guessing. Part of me thinks this chorus could be a little bit stronger. Just a bit. But there's no doubting the whole thing is very catchy. It's very instant as well. Oh, this is going to be in my head all day! Woo! Okay. Right, well, weirdly, even though this was hyped as a favourite before I went in, I kind of wasn't expecting this. This gave me so many different dimensions that I wasn't expecting, because I kind of felt like I was going in thinking, this is going to be crazy. People just keep talking about cardia. I actually don't think this is anything like Cha Cha Cha, other than the fact that it relies on maybe like a little bit of a silly title of Rim Tim Tagi Dim. This is a complete standalone song, so I think we can stop mentioning Cha Cha Cha. First, I'm going to start off with the things that could be improved, because there's not many of them, but there are a few things. I need to see a bit more confidence in the performance. If there's one thing about people who win or come top 5, you can't deny the presence that they command, and I can feel the presence bubbling beneath him, but I can also feel a sense of, this is new to me, I'm still getting used to where I am on the stage. I want eye contact down the lens. I want him to give it 110%, just to really sell the fantasy, because if you've got a song this strong, we need a performance that absolutely matches it. So I think the performance could be picked up a little bit. I think some of the staging could be tightened. I don't think there was like an iconic moment in the staging. So when we get to Eurovision, I'd like Croatia to be creative. What we saw last year with Let Free, Croatia have no problems with being creative. So I don't think what we saw here, we're going to see in Malmo. Just do something that we've never seen before and really let this song explore its individuality. I would completely run with that. Other than that, I do have a lot of love for this, and I can totally see why Croatia and the fans have got behind this, because I think it is really exciting. There's nothing like it. And I think what it does is something unique and creative, but in a way that I don't think is novelty. I think it really stands strong as its own song. I don't think Baby Lasagne is even playing into it as a joke. I feel like he really believes what he's performing, and the whole thing was really strong. It had a lot of different elements to it that kept me surprised. There was a little kind of like dancier electronic breakdown that popped into it, and I was like, where did that come from? But like, it all made sense in my head. I wasn't like, oh, they've just thrown this in for the sake of it. And there is no doubt about it, from the get-go, that Rim Tim Tagi Dim, it was in my head from like the first 10 seconds. It's not easy to make a song that is catchy from the get-go, and this was stuck in my head before the song had even finished. I always talk about this on this channel, that I have to think about songs in the sense of a contest. So I'm like, how is this going to stand up against 25 others in the final, against 15 others in the semis? Wherever this is played, this could be first. This could perform first in the final, and you're going to remember this after song 26, because the hook is just so memorable. Now the conversation that we have to have is, can this win? My brain, I'm going to be completely honest, I don't think this will win. I said I was not going to bring Croatia into it, but I have to for this point. I think if the jury weren't to get behind Cha Cha Cha, which in my opinion is a stronger song, it does have better production, and it did have a better performer behind it, I think this fares even worse with the juries. It wouldn't surprise me if this actually performs similar to like Spirit in the Sky, or maybe Queen of Kings from last year. I feel like this is going to be one that comes very high, maybe even wins the televote, and I think it falls maybe even out of the top 10 with the juries and ends up finishing about 3rd or 4th. However, there is no doubt this is going to be a televote favourite. I don't see this outside of the top 5, which would be amazing for Croatia. I can't even remember the last time they touched the top 5. And I really think when we get to Malmo, this is going to be the one that the crowd absolutely roars and gets behind. So this is going to be the talking point of Eurovision. Whether it can go all the way, I have my doubts, but definitely a fan, definitely one that's going to be stuck in my head all day, for better or for worse, and definitely one that's going to be stuck in your head all day, whether you like it or not. I challenge you to get this out of your head. Have I been fed? Yes, I have. Bon appetit! Yes, I have. Thank you, Baby Lasagne. Those are my opinions. What do you think? Are you completely on the hype train, or are you just not quite getting it? Let me know down below in the comments. Give this video a like if you enjoyed what you saw, and hit that bell if you want notifications every time I upload a new video. Ding! But for now, my appetite is quenched. I'm all aboard the Baby Lasagne train. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing the Croatian hype in Malmo, and I hope to see some Croatians there as well. But for now, I bid you good night.